I'm sorry if the lighting keeps changing because I have ring light on, but also the sun keeps coming and leaving. Today is not the best day to film, but we are gonna make it work. So I promised you guys in my last vlog, which was my nose job vlog, that I will update you after 1 month, and this 1 month has been so different. It was everything. It was a lot of drama, crying, liking my nose, not liking my nose, expectations, adjustments, everything. So in this video I will address everything, and I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask me any nose job related questions, so I will also address that. Also, I've been receiving a lot of DMs asking me specifically about my doctor, because you guys are also thinking about going to my doctor, Dr. Samil Sahin. I think I'm actually supposed to say Samil Sahin. So, but when I speak English, I feel like it's easier to say Shamil, not Shamil. But I think it's Samil Sahin. Anyways, my doctor, I love him. Today I'm gonna spill all the tea about my doctor, nose job. See the light? Like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this?
Sugar, you got that something special. I felt that shit right when I met.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Leila McDiva, and today I am back after my nose job. Today actually marks 1 month since I got my nose done. Today you can see her for the first time. I'm gonna insert B-roll to show you guys her. Get to know her, okay?
I felt that shit right when I met you. That shit that make these instrumentals. Learning songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. And sugar, I can never let go. I feel that shit when both our hands hold. That shit that make these instrumentals. Learning songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. I told Vino I'm getting sick, Little baby. Sip on vino and then it hit more. Yeah. My baby holding me down while this room spinning around. Towel on my mouth and then she kiss for. I hope that it's on the table. There when I'm unstable. It's the weekend, all she wanna do is listen to Able. If you willing and able, just give me my space.
I will make chapters in this video, so if you're not interested in why I got a nose job and you just want to go straight to me talking about ClinicHub, my doctor, 1 month basically, I don't know, you can just do that. But in this section I will actually explain why I decided to get a nose job. So basically I never spoke about it like openly. I would only share that with my parents, obviously, my husband, and that's it. I wouldn't even talk about it with my friends. Like, I would sometimes say like, yeah, I want to get a nose job, like, you know, like, who doesn't want to get something done? You know how girls sometimes be like, yeah, I want to get my lips done, I want to get my boobs done. Like, it's always just like kind of a talk, which is actually, now that I think about it, that's like our generation. We grew up with plastic surgery being normalized, that I feel like there's no judgment that maybe older generations have about plastic surgery. Like, for us, it's kind of like not a big deal. It's like going to get your nails done, you know? At least that's like my experience. Maybe you have different people around you. So I would just be like, yeah, I want to get my nose done, but I would never like actually share with people how much I wanted to do it. And honestly, I know in a lot of like nose job videos, people share how they were bullied a lot of times. For me, it wasn't the case. I was bullied for being overweight, because you guys know during my high school years, or like mid-school actually, I was chubby. I really hate talking about that, but it made me feel very insecure that period. It is the reason why I had eating disorder, why I was obsessed with the gym. You know, now all of that is like, it's like so far away that it seems like it never happened to me. But yeah, that was a big deal for me. Another thing that I was bullied for, being hairy, because you guys know I'm an ethnic Azeri. So we you know, we come with beautiful hair on our heads, but also everywhere, you know. So I had a mustache, I had thick brows, which I still do, but now it's trendy, so that's funny. My arms, you know, and like I would be bullied for that because I was the only Azeri person in my class, so no one was like me, so I felt very insecure. And also because my mom is Asian, I had to accept that I don't look like my mom, because my mom has no hair on her body. Like, she doesn't even have hair on her legs. Like, what a lucky woman. And there was I with my mustache and my hairy arms. So even though my nose was big, when I was a child it was actually small, and like I never thought about having a big nose. But then as I started growing, my nose started growing as well, and people would start like telling me, oh yeah, I knew you were Azeri because of your nose. Or like I dated this guy and he was like, you're so beautiful but your nose. By the way, red flag, and I don't know why I was dating him. I was just bored, I think. Stupid mistakes. Never date a guy who tells you you're not perfect, okay? We don't settle for that. Well, I didn't settle, but still, like, even thinking that I was dating a person and I let him say that, that's like so toxic. So no one ever told me like heavily about my nose, but yeah, it would like be dropped here and there, you know. People would just mention that, and it just like never really bothered me until I remember like I think Instagram, you know, I was the generation that I was 16, I think, or maybe 17 when Instagram came out, and it was like this cool app where you upload your photos, and influencers weren't a thing, you know. And that's when it just started, and girls, incredibly beautiful girls, posting their photos, becoming super famous. And of course you just see them, like your people following them, and like you would just start following them too. And I feel like just seeing such beautiful girls, I was like, I always admire beautiful people. Like, that's something I love about myself. When I see a beautiful person, I'm not jealous, I'm just like, you're so beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, I just love everything beautiful. So I would just follow beautiful girls. And then there was this new era on Instagram where Instagram accounts would like show them before and after their surgeries, and a lot of times it was a nose job and lip filler. But I realized that, you know, this phrase, you're not ugly, just broke. That's when I realized that. I realized that no one pretty much is born with big eyes, small nose, and big lips. It is all plastic surgery, and beauty standards, because of Instagram, like they became like more and more pushed and normalized. And I'm not gonna blame social media for getting a nose job. I did it for me, and we'll get there. But I just want to also explain to you guys that, like, I was 18 and I remember I had my birthday, and I'm gonna insert photos because I had such an amazing birthday. But when I looked at photos, all I could see is not what a beautiful young girl, like beautiful dress, beautiful hair. All I could see was my nose. And ever since then, pretty much, I became very, very aware of this imperfection. For me, I only saw my nose since then. Like, before I would be aware that, yeah, it grew, you know, during my teenage years, because as I said, when I was a child, it was really small and cute, and I never cared about my nose. But then, like, as I started growing up, my nose started growing. And only when I was 18, I really was like, I'm gonna get a nose job. So ever since I was 18, I made up my mind, and I was like, once I'm able to do it financially, I will do it. So here we are today. So another reason why I wanted to get a nose job is that, you know, once Snapchat became a thing, Snapchat filters became a thing. And I loved using that filter that would slim my nose, which my nose right now is like how it would look like when I would use that filter. And then I would turn off the filter and I would be like, oh my God, I don't look like this. And that's also when I was like, I'm getting a nose job. And when I moved to Prague, like, and I was studying, I remember like every time I would see my profile, it would be like, oh my God, how long is my nose, you know? And then I also started contouring my nose when I was 18 to make it smaller and slimmer. Like, I was trying everything to make it go away, like make it better. And I feel like my nose continued growing because like somehow it just was like becoming, or I feel like the older I would get, the more and more I would pay attention to my nose. Like any selfie I take, it's my nose that I look at. It's nothing but my nose. Like I literally don't see anything but my nose. And I was like constantly like nose job, nose job, nose job. And you know, I film videos online and I see my face quite a lot, so every time I would be like vlogging and it would be not from the angle that works for me, I would be like, my god, like I'm so not happy with myself. And honestly, I was so over it. I was over looking in the mirror and seeing the person that I don't want to be, you know, because I'm mixed. My nose was 100% mixed. So I got like my profile before it was my father's profile. Like tip of my nose was my mom's because my mom is Asian, so she has very typical Asian nose, and I had her bulbous tip and my dad's like hump and like, you know, like straight, I don't know, is that Roman nose? I think, I don't know. Basically Azeri nose of my dad profile wise, and straight it was like my mom's bulbous Asian tip. I love being mixed. I love that I am who I am. I love my parents and their features. I just didn't like that on me. I hated that I don't have just my dad's nose or just my mom's nose. It's literally parts of my dad's and mom's noses like collided and my nose was born. And of course no one thinks that way, but that's how I felt. And like to live life and thinking that way about yourself is not a good way to live. It's not good. And that is a big reason why I, like, anytime someone would say you're so beautiful, I would be like, I don't think so, because in my head all I can think about is my nose, and my nose wasn't perfect, so therefore I wasn't perfect. And yes, of course, love yourself the way you are, but I have always been saying, like, go back to my old videos and I was saying, if you cannot accept something, change it. If you cannot accept your nose, your body, just go and change it. And I'm not promoting plastic surgery. I'm promoting self-love. Like, whatever you need to do to enjoy the reflection in the mirror, do it. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal belief. Like, I came to this world with this body, and how I see it, it's up to me what I do with this body to feel comfortable while living in this world. So now what I came for when I was asking about my nose job, basically my main thing was, as you can see, I wanted my nose to be slimmer, skinnier. I wanted it to be more thinner, especially like this, because as I said, I hated my bulbous nose tip, which was my Asian side for sure. My dad has more like pointy tip, which I love, and I wanted like my tip to be as defined as possible. And honestly, like now when I touch my nose, I'm not gonna touch it now because like I don't want to ruin my makeup, but now when I like wash my face, I touch my nose, I can feel the structure of my nose, because before it was just like meat. Like I literally wouldn't be able to feel the tip of my nose. It was just like meaty, you know, like your nostrils. But now I have a bone there. I mean, I always had it, but now I can like feel it. I don't know what my doctor did, but like I'm so happy. Like I'm so happy. So I asked for that mainly, but then I was also like, I wanted to remove my dorsal hump, which you can see my doctor did that. And yeah, I had some photos to kind of show the inspiration, but honestly I wasn't going into it thinking like, give me her nose, give me her nose, or like it's trending now, let me get it. No, I just wanted a nose that would fit my face. And honestly, I think because of my facial features, I was like looking for someone who has realistic body standards. I didn't want to go to the doctor who loves creating like extra small noses, Instagram noses. I wanted someone who has normal perception of beauty. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm gonna get to the part why I chose Dr. Samil, but like I didn't want to go to someone who would turn me into a doll. You know, I wanted to still look realistic. I still want to look like myself, just with a better nose. You know what I mean? So now, why Turkey? As I said, I wanted a nose job since I was 18. I didn't know any doctors. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know how I'm gonna save up enough. Like, I had no idea, but I just knew they'll come that day when I'll get it done. And the day has come, and I'm so happy. Like, I literally cannot stop staring at myself right now because I'm like, I'm so happy with myself. Like, it's just such an amazing feeling. I'm so sorry, you guys, but like, when you spend so much time hating how you look and then you love how you look, like, it's just like, it's been only 1 month and I love myself. So I loved watching videos on YouTube of girls getting their noses done, like nose job vlogs, you know. I loved that. I was always watching it, kind of preparing myself for it. So that was going on for years, like literally probably since I was 18. And I'm 27, by the way. It took me 9 years, okay? So I was watching this whole time vlogs, not every day obviously, but honestly I would have like these moments when it was really bad. Like, I really wanted to get my nose done. It was like, I was so miserable. Then I would forget about it. Then I would be like, I really need to get it done. So every time this like wave would come, I would watch like vlogs of other girls. And then YouTube, I think at some point, recommended to me like Turkey nose job vlog, and I was like, oh, interesting. You know, I went to check it and I loved the result, and I was like, wow, like in Turkey they do a great job apparently with nose jobs. And because I'm Azerbaijani, I heard, of course, other people in Azerbaijan usually traveling to Turkey to get a nose job, and so I kind of knew that that's a thing, but I didn't know they're that good at it. Like, I honestly never saw results as amazing as in Turkey, and I honestly think every doctor in Turkey does an amazing job. Like, I didn't see a result that I didn't like. I don't know, maybe because like those that you see on Instagram and YouTube like are really good ones, but I just feel like Turkish school of rhinoplasty, like they're on another level, like, period. I think it was like about 4 or 5 years ago when I decided I'm going to Turkey. I honestly wasn't even considering getting a nose job in Europe because well, at least in the Czech Republic where I currently live, because I never heard anyone talking about it. People here don't have smallest noses. Like, I don't think rhinoplasty or plastic surgery is that popular here, and I feel like you really need to go to countries where plastic surgery is popular. Like, if you're going somewhere to get a plastic surgery, go to a place that is known for its plastic surgery. So I know for a lot of people, especially Americans, they come to Turkey because it's so much cheaper. I think honestly, like, I could get a nose job here in the Czech Republic for the price that I paid in Turkey, but I didn't even do research because I just never thought about it. You know, Czech Republic is not that expensive, like, and I think it's more affordable. So for me, it wasn't like I went to Turkey because of the price. I am happy that price is lower than, let's say, in the US, but for me it was the quality, and I either way was already saving up for a nose job, so I wouldn't just go somewhere just because it's cheap, you know. Like, I don't want to go through multiple rhinoplasties. Obviously, like, you want to go get it once and be happy with it. So no, it wasn't for me, just the price thing, but price is an additional, you know, bonus type of thing. So somehow this February 2022, I started heavily texting rhinoplasty surgeons in Turkey and like asking how much is it, like checking out what they have. And I feel like these days Turkey is becoming more and more expensive with their nose jobs. Like, a lot of surgeons were charging like 6K, 7K, and I was like, this is not cheap. I would definitely get something cheaper in the Czech Republic, but I don't want to get it here. So then I decided to contact ClinicHub, and you know, I really liked, first of all, how they were quick to respond to me, explain everything. I love that the price included everything, which none of the surgeons I was contacting before provided, like hotel, transfer, meeting you at the airport, none of that, just the surgery. But ClinicHub was like, you stay at the hotel, you get the nose job, post-op care, nurse and post-op doctor come to check you. The only thing I had to pay for were my tickets. Everything else was taken care of, and it was included in this package price, which to me sounded too good to be true. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, really? Like, if I didn't see YouTube vlogs, I would not believe that. But because I saw girls on YouTube talking about ClinicHub and saying how great it went and that they paid only once, guys, this is really awful situation. I feel like I cannot even move away. This is incredibly bad. Okay, now you can kind of see some light on me, but I think it's much better. So let's continue. So if I wouldn't see those vlogs from YouTube, I would think like this is a scam. They will charge me more when I arrive. But I decided to take a leap of faith, and I was like, okay, let's schedule a video consultation. And I'm so happy I did, because I honestly had an amazing experience with ClinicHub. This is not sponsored, by the way, because like I feel like because I had such a great experience, it might sound like I did not pay for my surgery or I got a discount. No, unfortunately, I paid for everything myself, but maybe after seeing this video, well, I don't want to get anything else done, so there's no profit in this. I just want to share my honest experience, because I was there, I was doing research, and I know how like scary it is to travel to another country for surgery and not know what's gonna happen. So my coordinator organized a video consultation with my doctor Samil Sahin, and I will talk about this consultation more in the part about my surgeon. So after my consultation, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I'm booking my surgery, so I did pay a deposit. And by the way, when I contacted ClinicHub, they sent me profiles of I think 3-4 doctors that they have, and they were like, yep, you can choose, this is the price for each. And I honestly genuinely loved my doctor's works the most. Like, I think they're all great, but for what I wanted, he was honestly creating noses that I wanted. So for me, the choice was easy and simple, and I showed my husband works also because I wanted second opinion, and he also chose Dr. Shamil. Like, we both loved results of his works, but they're all great. Like, all their doctors are great, like, but it's just like what I wanted was more what the Dr. Shamil is providing. Okay, so I actually paid the deposit on my birthday, just the day when I turned 27. I paid my deposit, and I was in Berlin celebrating, and it was so difficult to hide it from you guys because I was so excited, because I was like, I'm finally doing it. I booked my surgery for July 21st, and at first I was thinking to go in October, September, but then I was like, you know what, let's just get it over with. And I calculated how many months I need to save up, and I was like, I'll be fine. By June I already have the amount, so I was like ready to go in July. So everything that they promised did happen. They did meet me at the airport, transfer me to the hotel. Hotel was Sheraton Grand. I'm sorry if you hear something, that's my dog. She just came from a walk and she's like trying to breathe, okay? I showed you guys the hotel so you know it's for real. What else they promised? They did the blood test, COVID test. I paid additionally for my husband to stay with me. He came with me to the hospital. They gave me food at the hospital. To him, they gave food, like everything. Like, I did not pay for anything. Everything was included in that package price, and that's like something I want to specify because I was not sure. I was like ready that I'll come there and they'll be like, oh yeah, this is additional price, you know? But they did not do that. Like, they do exactly what they promise. It's not a scam. I honestly love ClinicHub. Like, it's amazing that they have this service and this package. Honestly, the best. Another thing that I loved was that nurses were coming every day to check in on me after my nose job, and they were checking my I think blood pressure and my heartbeat, and they were explaining to me how to take care of my nose. You saw it all in my vlog, so I'm not gonna go through that. Also, the doctor, they have their own on-site like post-op doctor was coming in with a translator translating everything, just like making sure that I was healing well. And that's like another thing I did not expect. I saw so many vlogs and so many girls who went and just got their cast removed, but in the meantime no one was checking in on them. At least that's what I remember. And this is so amazing that ClinicHub does that for you, and there's always coordinators for different purposes. Actually, like one coordinator that books you in, another one meeting you in the hotel, another one coming with you to the hospital. Just everything. I didn't do a thing. I did not lift my finger. Like, they created this atmosphere where all you need to do is just lay and heal, and they take care of everything else. And that's amazing, honestly. Like, I know it sounds like I was paid to say this, but I just had such a great experience, and I really hope you will as well if you'll decide to go with them. And I was also worried about post-op care, but every time I have a question, my amazing coordinator, I will not say names because I don't know if they want that or not, my coordinator, post-op coordinator, she also like answers my questions, lets me know what to do, what not to do, etc. And now finally, let's talk about Dr. Samil Sahin. As I said, I chose my doctor because he creates these like very, in my personal opinion, very sophisticated, elegant noses, you know, that look so natural. Like, and that's what I wanted, you know. So when I had video consultation with him, because that was like very important for me to talk to my surgeon before I book anything, because as I said, I was like ready for scams. I don't know, you guys, I was just like very careful, and I should be, you should be as well. Like, it's on your face and you should know who you're going to. So during our video consultation, I told him what I want, and then he was honest with me. He told me that because I have thick skin, for me it will be very difficult to make my nose as slim as possible, but he will do his best, which immediately like made me love my doctor even more, because he was never giving me false expectations and just telling me, yeah, I'll do everything, I can do anything you want, I'm amazing. Like, never. He was always so humble, so polite, and intelligent. You know, he would explain to me what he will do, that, you know, he agrees my nose was a bit wide for my face, like always like being very polite, you know. Like, I was like, I want this, and he's like, yeah, I see it, we'll do our best. And as I said, the main thing was that he told me because of my skin, he'll do his best, but because of my skin, you never can predict how it will heal. So if you have thin skin, girl, you're lucky, because those of us who have thick skin, it takes much longer to heal. It takes much longer to see the final result, and overall it's hard to create perfect nose when you have thick skin. But my doctor was able to do that, because look at this. Mainly I love like this, you know, like this is what I wanted. I wanted like very slim nose, very cute. Like, I love it so much. So I basically got all my answers during my video consultation, and I had it before I booked the surgery, so I did not have to pay additionally for that, which, by the way, other surgeons were charging, I don't remember how much, but they were charging like about 100 euros for a consultation. Are you kidding me? So then I saw my doctor a few hours before my surgery, and yet again, we went through what I want. I showed him photos. He was like, you know, we'll do our best. And he told me, I showed like one photo, he said like, this won't be possible to achieve because your nose basically will collapse, and like then it's really hard to fix it. So my doctor is an ENT doctor or a specialist, I don't know, basically ear, nose, throat doctors, and I needed that. I needed to know that the doctor I'm going to is not just plastic surgeon, but he also will make sure that my nose will breathe and it won't be a compromise for my health, you know, like, yeah, you have cute nose, but you cannot fucking breathe, you know. So I really didn't want to go to a doctor who like does everything. Like, for example, he does BBL at 9 and then my nose at 10, you know what I mean? Like, I needed someone who only works on noses. So yeah, I wanted like my nostrils even smaller, and he was like, you have already small nostrils, and if we make them even smaller, you won't be able to breathe. And you know, sometimes what you want isn't possible for health reasons, and I wanted someone who's sane enough to tell me that, because we also botched, and some plastic surgeons, they really like, they don't care, they'll do anything you want as long as you pay them, you know. And I'm really happy that Dr. Shamil, he really cares about his patients' health, also final result, but like health. So like, if something is not good for your health, he will tell you that, and that's what I wanted. And then I saw my doctor right after my surgery. He came in and showed me my final results that he took a photo of when I was still under anesthesia. So I'm gonna insert the video so you can all see it now.
Sugar, you got that something special. I felt that shit right when I met you. That shit that make these instrumentals. Certain songs, I know I said it before, but I feel like I'm in love. And sugar, I can never let go. I feel that shit when both our hands hold. That shit that make these instrumentals. Certain songs.
Then I saw my doctor when we were removing my cast. He was always making me feel important, which I think is important when you are dealing with doctors. Like, you want to know that you are the priority for your doctor, that whatever concerns you have will be addressed, you will be comfortable with your decision, that your doctor cares about you, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much my experience with my doctor. I was receiving a lot of DMs on my Instagram asking me specifically about Dr. Shamil, and I hope that I was able to answer to all those questions. But if you have any additional ones, leave them in the comments, and I will definitely include them in my 6 months post-op. So yeah, honestly, when I first removed my cast, I didn't see that big of a difference. And then when I was removing the, you know, the tape that my doctor put on in my last vlog, I was literally crying. I'm gonna insert a photo. This is how I looked like, and I was crying. I was sending to my husband photos, and I was like, I hate my nose, I don't see any difference. And I know they tell you all the time that your nose will be changing so much during the first 6 months, 1 year, and you shouldn't cry about your first like time seeing your nose after the nose job. But I was crying because I was expecting it to look slim and skinny like on the photos that I saw from the operation table. I still have good days, I have bad days. It's never as bad as it was before, definitely, but sometimes I'm like, I don't see any difference. Like, it's straighter, but it's still wide because sometimes it gets swollen. Like, for example, I feel like now already it's getting swollen because like I'm exhausted. I've been talking a lot, so I need to wrap it up. So yeah, sometimes I see like huge difference, and then I'm like, I don't see any difference. Sometimes I love my nose, sometimes not so much. So it's just still this process of healing. It's like, it's so hard for your mental health because like you never know what nose you're gonna get that day. Is it gonna be cute nose or big nose? Like, you never know. So it's like I'm still going through it. I hope that in 5 months, when I'll be filming 6 months post-op, I will already like have more and more good days. I take a photo every morning of my nose and every night, and every time I do my makeup I take a photo because I want to keep track of my nose and how it looks like. And honestly, when it is swollen, I'm like, no one can even tell I got a nose job. But then when it's like slimmer, I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's everything I wanted. So it's like, it's really difficult. And people were asking me, are you happy with your results? And I don't want to say anything yet. Like, I am happy right now, but I definitely am looking forward to de-swell and see the final result in 6 months or 1 year, because as I said, I have thick skin, so it will take longer. Oh my god, this thing is like, I cannot escape from it, you guys. Like, I'm coming further and further away, and it's like, it's still on my face, this lighting thing. Ugh. So someone asked me if doctor used any like ear rib cartilage for my nose, and no, because I already had big nose and I needed to make it smaller, so I had enough cartilage to work with. As far as I know, usually they use your ear rib cartilage when it's revision rhinoplasty, because there's not enough to work with. But when it's like first nose job, I think they never use cartilage, at least with like Caucasian noses, which my nose was on paper Caucasian, but as I said, I'm half Asian as well, so still I had like typical Azeri, I think, nose before, even though my tip was bulbous, but overall like nose structure was Caucasian, so I had enough cartilage to work with. Another person asked me if a nose retainer is optional. Honestly, I don't know, but I had to wear it. I still have to wear it, by the way. It's like 1 month down and 1 month to go. I obviously remove it when I film, which is now, and when I go out, which I didn't go out at all. I just went like to get my nails done and my hair done, so for that I would remove it because I wasn't comfortable, even though my doctor told me to wear it all the time. But in my defense, I will be wearing it all the time for 2 months because I'm working from home. First month I wasn't leaving the house at all, so it was just like 2-3 times when I would remove it. Otherwise I would always have it. I sleep with it, I eat with it, I just like chill with it. At first it was super uncomfortable and I always felt that like silicone in my nose. Now sometimes I'm like, oh, do I have it in? I don't even feel it anymore, so I need to touch it because like I got so used to it. The reason why I have to wear retainer for 2 months is because right after my nose job, now my nostrils are like the same, but I think this one was smaller than this one. I have a photo, I'm gonna insert it, and I noticed that, and so did my doctor. So he was like, I have a surprise for you. So I was shocked, but now I see why, because yeah, I did notice as well that one nostril was smaller. The reason for that is I had incisions here and here. He did not touch this nostril because he was trying to make them like same on both sides, you know. Yeah, I guess like this nostril got too small because this side was stitched up, so he had to do something about it, you know, so that the final result looks good. So definitely a long way to go to see my final result, but we're already 1 month down, and I hope I was able to answer all the questions. I really received a lot of questions and all of them were related to Dr. Shamil. I hope I was able to answer. I know this video was long and I had a lot to say, but in my defense, this is the biggest thing that I did ever in my life, I think. I'm so happy. People were asking me if I'm happy with my result. I am. I still look forward to my nose getting smaller and smaller and like, you know, the swelling to go down, to see finally the final result, and like in 1 year to, you know, have the nose of my dreams. But I am happy. I sometimes like look in the mirror and I'm like, who is she? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like honestly the best thing. I'm so happy. And as I said, like my previous nose, my original nose, wasn't something that made me insecure. It was just something like a nuisance, you know, that I wanted to fix. It was just like, you know, when you don't like your hair, you go like get a haircut. So that was the same for me. I was like, I need to change this, like as simple as that. I did not see my self-worth in this surgery. It wasn't like I don't love myself now, once I'll get a nose job I'll love myself. No, like I just wanted to love myself more. I just wanted to be comfortable in my skin, you know. So if you're against plastic surgery, why did you even watch this video? Because like no one is pushing you to do it. This video is for my girls and boys who want to get a nose job with my doctor or not. This was my experience. I hope I was able to answer to all of your questions, and if you have more questions, leave them down below. In 5 months, I'll get back to you. I'm sorry if I wasn't responding to your DMs. I really receive a lot of DMs about my doctor, which I'm happy that I'm useful to you guys. So if you're watching this video, I hope I was able to answer to your questions. And if you're gonna have a nose job soon, or anytime in the future you plan to do it, as I said, it took me 9 years to finally give it to myself. If you want it, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get there no matter how, but you will. So believe in that and don't feel bad about making yourself happy. If this is something you want, do it. And that's it for me. I'll see you in my next video. I love you. Bye.
Sugar, you got that something special. I felt that shit right when I met you.